Okay, we're switching things up. We're gonna switch things up now because this is ridiculous. I have more makeup than I will ever use. I have more makeup that I will outlive its lifespan or it will outlive my lifespan. And here's the thing. I'm a junkie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a makeup junkie. I love makeup. I have always loved makeup. I have loved it for years. And I have a tendency to have too much makeup. And it seems like, even before I had a makeup channel, even before I had the makeup channel, I had so much makeup. And anytime I ever went on a trip or to visit my friends or anything like this, I would have I would bring all my makeup. I'd bring it all. Why? Because I wanted to play with makeup with my friends that I hadn't seen for a long time. I wanted to get it all out. I wanted to use it. I wanted to show it to them, share it. I wanted to do makeup. It's just a fun hobby for me. But I think I might have a problem now. I got sucked into the vortex. It was the vortex. So let me just explain. I started doing YouTube a couple years ago because I just needed a creative outlet, something to do, because I was sitting in Florida and it was too hot to go anywhere and my family wasn't there and I wasn't working and I was bored and I just needed a creative outlet. So I started just using the makeup that I had, which I don't really think I had. I mean, I had some makeup. I don't remember having like scads of makeup. I mean, I don't remember. It's all a blur. You know why? Because I have so much makeup. I don't even remember where it came from or where it started or anything. It's just a big blur. It's the vortex. So my channel is going to change. Here's the reason. It's got to change. First of all, I have no desire to keep collecting makeup that I'm never going to use. It is starting to get to a point where I feel like it's such an indulgence, such a ridiculous overindulgence that I can't even justify it. It's not even fun anymore. Have you ever seen Monty Python's Meaning of Life? Some of you from anybody who's been around as long as me. In the 80s, there was this movie called Monty Python's Meaning of Life, and there was this skit that they did in a French restaurant, and this extremely obese man comes walking into this French restaurant and he's awful. He's a terrible, terrible, mean man. But they're serving him plate after plate after plate after plate of food. And he's a total glutton and he's just eating it and he's rude to the staff. And at the end of this ginormous meal, they come to him and they say, "Would you like a wafer?" And he says, "I can't eat another bite, I'm stuffed." And they're like, "But it's just one little wafer." I'm probably paraphrasing, but it's just one little wafer. So he finally takes the one little wafer and he completely explodes. Like his body parts are all over the restaurant. You can see his ribs sticking out of his body. It was just that one little wafer that was just the last straw. And I feel like that French glutton man, except I'm not mean, okay? I feel like if I have one more little wafer, I feel like I'm just gonna explode. This has to stop. And I really have no desire to influence anybody when it comes to makeup. I really don't. I just like to share it. I like to talk about it. I like to put it on. I like to feel it. I like to experiment. I like to do design things. I like to, see what different looks I can come up with. That's the fun part for me. Not to try to influence you to buy something. The thing about it is I'm not that hard to please. Like I could buy something and I'm like, ooh, I really, really like this because I'm just not that hard to please. So while other influencers are really good at, taking a product and deep diving and putting it on with primer, without primer, with a brush, with a sponge, with their fingers, and they come and do a 5-hour check-in, 10-hour check-in, all that stuff. Like I just don't do that. I'm not interested in doing that. I just like to share because it's fun. But at some point, a girl's gonna have too much makeup. And at this point, I have too much makeup. And I will tell you something. I knew that I was getting to the point where I couldn't have another bite, I'm stuffed, when my mother gave me her Ulta credit card and said, here you go, just let me know what the damage is. I walked into Ulta and I could have bought anything I wanted. Hourglass, I mean, any high end, anything. I could have had anything I wanted. And I'm in there and I'm testing and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. And there was just something in me going, oh my gosh, you do not need this. You're not even going to use it all. It was just too much. That little bell, that's my kitty. It was just too much. Okay, so here's the thing. Eye makeup. Like, these palettes are so fun. I have a blast. I can't get rid of them. I can't get rid of these palettes. I mean, they're so fun. They've hardly been used. They're beautiful palettes. I mean, you know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. I mean, got all these little eye sticks. I've got individual eyeshadows. I have pot eyeshadows. I have so many. What on earth am I going to do with all these? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. They're there if I want to have fun. I literally feel like I cannot possibly justify having any more palettes. This is ridiculous. Do I want more palettes? Oh yeah. It's like any junkie who has some sort of addiction. That would be me. I'm not kidding you. This has to stop. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I do not need this many palettes. I probably won't be getting more makeup to demonstrate unless it's a gift or some other circumstance, but it won't be deliberately going out looking for products so that I can share new makeup. It's just, I gotta stop it. I gotta stop it. I just wanna talk about it. I just wanna put it on, see how it looks, and have fun with it. This is my bag, my Walmart bag of foundations. These are all very lovely foundations. I do not know how many foundations are in here. Probably, I have no idea. Some high end, some low end, but I will never use all of these foundations. I don't even wear makeup every day. I wear makeup like maybe once or twice a week, tops. The most makeup I wear is when I'm doing videos. I do not need all of these foundations. How many blushes can a girl have? Every powder, every cream, every liquid. I am telling you, how many blushes can a girl have? This many? I mean, I know compared to like other influencers perhaps, they've got scads and scads and scads. I don't know what they do with it all. Like, I am never going to get through all of these. And they're gorgeous. I don't want to throw them out. I'll use them, but I just have too much makeup. I threw out all of my lip products probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, with the exception of 1 or 2 things. I've already restocked it within the last week or so. I already have begun hoarding more lip products. Mascara. Mascara expires. Mascara dries out. I am never going to use all this mascara. This is absolutely, utterly ridiculous. I have high-end bronzers. I have low-end bronzers. And I apologize about the plastic bags. I know this is a little bit tacky and they're probably making a lot of background noise, and I'm sorry about that. Here's all my concealers. I've got contour, I've got concealer, I've got highlighter, I've got a palette, I have primers. How often have you ever watched my videos when I'm actually using primer? Rare. But yet, here we are, a bunch of primer. One thing I don't have a lot of are eyeliner pencils. I only have 4 of these. Mostly because I use eyeshadow for liner, but I'm kind of proud of myself for only having four pencils. Even though they look almost exactly alike, I've only got 4 of those. And as far as face powder, setting powder, I only have 2 of those, so I'm kind of proud of myself. But where I have gone completely nuts is in the eyeshadow department and the blush department and the foundation department. And it's just, Okay, so apparently the lip department too. So I just have too much stuff, and I'm not going to continue to collect it anymore on purpose. So my last video I posted was basically I'm changing the entire tone of my channel, basically just to share makeup and have fun. But you guys, I'm not comfortable with this. I don't get free stuff. I don't get boxes and boxes in the mail, which would be kind of fun actually. A lot of this stuff was given to me. I didn't even have to buy a lot of this stuff, but it's still way too much. When I look at the stash of makeup I have, I feel kind of dirty. And then there's the sunscreen. I think sunscreen's a good thing. I think we should wear sunscreen every single day. I've gotten a lot better about it. But I have Elta MD. I haven't even used half of this. I have Color Science, which is a very high end. I have not even used a quarter of this. And then I recently bought Dermatology Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46 because it's a moisturizer and it's tinted and it's sunscreen. So I had to have this too. So I've got these sunscreens going on. I will use these, but it's like, can't I just like use one entire product before I go buy another one? No. Oh, here's another one. This is the Sun Better Advanced Mineral Protection. This came from a med spa, and this is like a creamy, like almost like a foundation sunscreen. It's sort of a neutral thing. It's very pretty. It's got SPF 68. Beautiful, beautiful. I do not need to have this many sunscreens, especially expensive ones, before I use them all. First of all, I think they probably expire. I'm guessing that sunscreen expires, right? All right, you guys, so this is just my announcement. I gotta stop it. And I'm gonna enjoy the makeup that I have. I'm gonna just keep creating looks and doing fun things and making short videos and all that fun stuff. But this has to stop. I'm not even comfortable anymore. Kitty. So, oh, and then there's the brushes. Of course, this right here, this is a bunch of eyeshadow brushes and maybe a couple contour brushes, whatever. This is from different brands. These are Real Techniques. It's BS Mall. It's a Pharmacy. I'm not sure what else is in there, but I've got those. But I also have a bunch of face brushes. So like when I'm going to do my makeup, it's like, well, which brush am I going to use? If I only had one or two, I wouldn't have that dilemma, would I? I think there's something to be said about minimalism. And then there's the latest gift, which is awesome. I don't regret this at all. This is the e.l.f. collection. Okay. It has everything in there I need. Seriously. Some of these brushes aren't maybe as firm as I'd like them to be, but that's okay because I have other brushes. But I'm just saying, I have too much makeup and I'm holding myself accountable. If you see me with new stuff, okay, it's either because somebody gave it to me or I fell off the wagon. I'm just holding myself accountable. So I hope it's okay with you guys. And I'm sorry about the blue ring. You probably can see the ring on my glasses. I'm sorry about that. Can't help it. But I'm just confessing. Just confessing. I got a problem here, and I have to. I gotta get it under control, and so. I hope my videos moving forward aren't boring. I hope that my effervescent personality is enough to tide you over, but I'll try to be creative with what I have, which shouldn't be a problem because clearly I have a lot. So anyway, that's all. That's all I wanted to say. This old lady has way too much makeup, and I'm just gonna start using what I have and creating some new looks and hopefully put out some fun content. Without having to go out and buy the latest and the greatest, because you know what? It never stops. New stuff never stops coming in. It never stops. I am not going to be that channel. I'm sorry. It's just not going to be that way on this channel. So if you want to hang out with me and go over the old stuff, kitty kitty, if you just want to hang out with me and talk to me while I'm putting on my makeup or listen to me talk while I put on makeup, that would be amazing. But enough's enough, people. Now that I have bared it all, I feel better. Oh, that reminds me. Of course, I even have a lipstick called Bare It All. Of course I do. Let's just get together and talk about makeup and other things. The neighbors, whatever. As far as makeup purchases, I'm putting a pause on them. I gotta put a pause on it. Does anybody else have this problem? I'm sorry about the kitty. That kitty is so noisy. Kitty. We put a bell on the kitten's collar because we kept losing her because she's a tiny kitten and it's a big house. There she goes. We had to put a bell on the kitten's collar because she gets into things and we could not find her in this big house. So now we know where she is. That's why the bell is there, but it's also very disruptive when I'm trying to make videos, but that is nothing new either. So anyway, all right, well, thank you for attending my little confession, my little soul bearing session here. So does anybody else have this? Does anybody else have the problem? It's not just me, right? Of course it's not just me. Anyways, okay, well, thanks for listening. Love you guys. I'll see you next time.